the zoo will?
No.
Why not?
It's boring.
It's boring. No.
It's fucking boring.
It's fascinating.
No,
I
it's-
love the zoo. I know. It looks like Busch Gardens threw up all over my shirt. And that's half zoo, half amusement park. But Laurie Park Zoo's cool over in Tampa.
Yeah, one time. That's it. You go once. I mean, what?
I could watch the big cats all day sleep. Kitty.
Well, you got a cat right there. Like, what do you have to go to the zoo for?
Yeah, that's why it's also cool when I'm here. I'm gonna get one of those little kitty backpacks where he's in a little space bubble.
No.
Just so he can see.
No. It's only cool one time. There's nothing new. Like, we all know what a bear is, a gorilla. Like, it's the same shit. It's not like they have a new animal that we haven't seen before. It's the same shit. You go there once. That's it. Like, what's there to see?
Well,
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not hating on it, but... I mean,
well, apparently, it's been all over the internet. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen video footage of this, or at least a post about it. If not, there's a Chinese zoo that denies claims that its bears are humans in costume. These bears look like it's somebody in a bear suit in the enclosure with the bears.
I could see that.
A zoo in eastern China is disputing that some of its bears are humans in a costume after photographs of the creatures posing like humans emerged online. They're like standing up and even kind of waving at people. Like it was
Oh
kind
my
of
God,
interesting.
come
It was a
on.
little weird. According to reports, an employee who answered the phone at the zoo declined to talk about the bears, but said visits were being arranged for reporters to come see them live, I guess to squash all this. The bear's photo garnered attention because of its tiny legs and folds of fur that made the creature appear to be a person in a suit. There's a little picture for you.
Yeah.
You see what I mean by that?
Come on, dude.
But what's interesting is I found out...
That bear looks like it just did cocaine for 5 years, hasn't eaten.
It's malnourished,
That's
right?
not even a bear. That's not even a bear.
Apparently they're called sun bears. It's a specific...
No, it's not.
Right? That sounds like a racist term.
He's got saggy skin on his ass, dude. That is not
But when
real.
they get back on all fours...
That's not real.
Well, there
Not
was a
real.
Japanese guy that spent like 15 grand on like a life-sized, lifelike border collie costume, and it...
Yeah, they did in
was
Super
scarily
Troopers
accurate.
too. I mean, I'm just saying. That's not real. I don't give a fuck. Wait, dude,
So you think that's a person?
Yes.
The person in a suit?
Okay. So where are you getting this information that's a real bear? From China? Can we really trust them? I mean, so we're really trusting them? No. If a bear's waving at you, I don't give a fuck what species it is. That's not real.
This is friendly bear.
No, it's not. This isn't fucking Winnie the Pooh, dude. Like, and again, are we relying on Chinese media to be like, oh no, this is a real bear? No, the fuck it's not. After what, thousands of years, all of a sudden, now we found a new breed of bear? Get the fuck
Maybe
out
they've
of here.
always been there. I should research. Well, I'm going to research more on sun bears. I'm going to learn
Okay,
something.
yeah, sun bears,
You
right?
fucking-
Just like fucking pangolins, right? Okay.
Shut up,
yeah,
you
sorry.
sun bear.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
That's going to be a thing.
That's right. But it would listen. It wouldn't surprise me, like that China.
right, that
it would be
too.
mad. You know, like I'm just saying.
That's like some North Korea kind of shit, like
Oh,
with the fake
well, no, yeah.
grocery stores
Yeah,
and stuff.
of
Like the
course.
fake animals at the zoo, they're just people that have to do it.
Of course, dude. There's no way animals could survive in China. They're you know, the air quality there is so bad.
But animals do survive, and
No,
people
they don't.
survive in
no,
China.
they don't. They eat the animals in China.
Well, that's kind of yeah.
So we have no proof. We have no proof.
We're going to China.
They have fucking dogs on kebabs there. I mean, I'm just saying.
We're taking a balloon, and we're gonna just.
Just
I'm sure it'll
spy
be
on
fine.
them.
We only have 7 days, but you know, that's the rule. That's the rule. What's new in
You
your
know,
world?
it's funny that you bring up like animals and all that stuff because I want to ask you this. So there's a company called Cultivated Meat, and they're ahead of this new movement now that we're going to make stem cell meat, but they're starting with chicken.
So we're cloning a chicken.
Well, they're cells. We're not
Okay, right,
We're
yeah.
not.
Stem
You know,
cell
we're taking.
research
You know,
and-
I don't know, blood samples and fucking making a cell in a machine, which is super. It's great for the economy, I'm sure. You know, or not the economy, the fucking environment. Sorry. Well, the economy too. Whatever. Let me ask you this before I give you my takes on it.
Okay.
Let me ask you a couple questions. One, would you ever be interested in eating any stem cell meat? Two, how do you feel if they were able to produce it on a mass scale? How do you see the economy or the world, you know, changing, or how do you think that would work out?
Well, for the first question, I would be interested in trying it
Mm.
because I gotta know. Like, did we
What?
come close? Like, does it taste like I've had Morningstar burgers. I've had, stuff like knockoff, stuff like that here and there. I'm not buying it. Someone else had it because they're vegetarian or what have you. And they're like,
Right.
hey, you should try that. So, yeah. But I would rather prefer getting actual meat, but I would like to try it to see how close it would come. Now, as for producing it on a mass scale, I mean, we could really go down a economic rabbit hole if you want to.
Let's do it.
Let's make this stem cell cultivated lab grown meat really affordable because everything else is out of control, right? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody buys this stuff, and if we can somehow cultivate it to make it ourselves relatively cheaply, we'll still turn a profit, and people get more on this and get more turned off of eating traditional meats. Also, young kids that are now starting to like eat more solid foods and stuff, maybe they're getting some of that too. You raise a whole new generation on this kind of food, they're never going to know the other stuff.
But that hasn't worked for the Beyond Meat stuff.
No, it doesn't.
Because regular meat's still cheaper than the Beyond Meat
Okay.
and the Impossible
That's
Meat.
my only thing. If they can make it cheaper, I would see some weird kind of like meat conspiracy, like the meat industry, like they're just trying to. Because I don't know, man. Microsoft's got their hand in a lot of shit like that.
Bill Gates have bought a lot of farmland.
That's what I mean. I don't really trust a lot of that stuff, like the motives behind it.
Right.
It's not for a healthier me and healthier population. You're full of shit.
Right.
It has nothing to do with that.
Right.
So what's it for, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at least, like you said, if Beyond Meat's still more expensive, I mean, I think we're okay. They come out with this,
So
new chicken nugget.
I'm 50-50 on whether to try it or not. Maybe like if you bought it and like, here, have a bite.
Yeah, throw
But
it in the air fryer.
am I gonna go out and buy it myself? No. How I feel about this is kind of similar to how I feel about electric cars. It's kind of a hypocritical company, like their motives behind it. So, for instance, why are they big on electric cars and stuff? Because they quote unquote save the environment, emissions, and all this other stuff, which is actually bullshit, and it's worse. I mean, with the mining.
You make this? Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the mining, yes, that too. That's even worse.
It's very
the slave labor behind the mining.
Right. It's hypocritical. So,
Yeah.
okay, so you're doing stem cell meat, so their motive is this, that, instead of killing animals, we're just taking genes and modifying them and duplicating them and all this other shit. And so, okay, question is, what kind of machines are you using and plants, like power plants or whatever build facility you're using to make that? Because whatever you have now, which is small to just make like a chicken breast, you're going to have to, on a big scale, to overproduce to sell, you're going to have a big fucking plant.
I have this image in my mind right now of this never-ending conveyor belt where it's just like soft serve squeezing out, and then it goes through a thing, gets sprayed, and all of a sudden looks like it has a bread coating, and then another spray looks like it's grilled, and then a heat lamp, and then into the box.
Right. And then another question is, how much, quote-unquote, healthier would it be? Because, when the Beyond Meat stuff came out, that's what everybody was like. Not only were the vegans like, oh, well, now we got something new to eat, we can convert over, not kill an animal. Okay, but then there was a health aspect to it where people got duped into thinking that it was way healthier for you, which if you actually look on the back and list all those ingredients, and a lot of those oils are bad for you, okay, then you take it a step further and use just basic sense. Imagine you take a plant and you're trying to form it and add shit to it to make it like a burger.
Right, a binder and
Right.
those kind
So
of mixing agents.
is it really that healthier? Because if you go to any store, butcher shop, wherever, what's the ingredient of beef? Beef. That's it. Like, you can't get more natural than that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, and then you want to go with, oh, well, we're not killing any animals, and I mean, you still kind of are. You're gonna take their habitat away, their natural environment, and it's the same argument I made with tofu. They're killing animals on the process to make tofu because they're chopping up dirt.
Oh, the harvest grinders, they grind all that stuff up. I mean, millions of, and I get it. Okay, you might not be, was it an insectivore or whatever, but if it's about, animal life, bugs are technically animal life.
Yeah.
Tens of thousands, in a one fell swoop. Here you go.
And I'll even take it another step further.
I don't care about bugs either, so don't get me wrong.
I'll take another step further with this. Do you really think that you can fully trust the FDA on approving this? Because I'm gonna be hold on.
Their track record's
I'm gonna be honest.
spotless,
I'm gonna be honest with you. After the bullshit with COVID, I don't trust them or shit.
I didn't trust them before that.
And you think I'm gonna trust? Because
the amount of rat turds that's allowed to be in my chocolate, the amount of cockroach legs that's allowable in my cereal.
But who's to say that they can't manipulate?
Of course.
We don't know.
Just line someone's pockets.
We don't know. Can you really trust the FDA? I surely don't.
About as much as the Chinese media source.
Right. So who knows what the fuck they're putting in there? It could be something that could affect your health. Could be fuck up your mind. I mean,
we don't. It's made out of people. But
we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the problem. Yeah. So it's like,
Soylent Green. That'd be hilarious.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see it being cheaper. Just like electric cars aren't. Teslas aren't fucking cheaper than a Toyota Camry.
That was just a crackpot conspiracy of mine.
No. I know it's good in theory because originally that's what but again, I mean, then you have to think of the power source you're going to need to facilitate these power plants or buildings, however these machines to make this. I mean, I don't know. I think I think it's just like an electric, same concept. I mean, and again, Bill Gates is behind it. Yeah, I'm like,
wonderful.
And again, it's like we're gonna wait for FDA approval. I'm good. I'm good. I've seen what they approved. I'm good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're getting a little bit of disapproval in the entertainment world.
No.
The wonderful Lizzo.
Love her.
Has been sued by 3 former dancers for alleged sexual harassment and a hostile work environment. Oh, no. She is 100% that bitch.
She's a bad bitch. She's an independent boss bitch.
Just like Ellen, apparently. She's really mean.
Shocking.
Lizzo has been sued by 3 former dancers accusing her of those hostile working conditions, sexual harassment. The civil lawsuit was filed earlier in Los Angeles County Superior Court. Waiting.
Female dancers or male dancers? I want to see the sexual harassment. I'm trying to get a gauge. Sorry.
Well, I got names here. Melissa, Vivian, no, that's Lizzo. Never mind. No, they don't have names.
Oh, Lizzo's not her real name?
Yeah, they don't have names or if they were male or female on this article.
What did they identify? I'm just trying to grasp the sexual harassment.
It's not here. I'm just trying to get through the article real quick.
I'm sorry.
The civil lawsuit was filed in the L.A. County Superior Court and claims that Lizzo pressured the dancers to engage with naked performers at an Amsterdam club. The suit also claims that Lizzo shamed one of the dancers for weight gain before deciding to fire her. Okay, there's a pronoun, right? The complaint seeks unspecified damages and names. There it is. Melissa Vivian. You're right. My whiteness was really showing more so than usual. I'm like, who's that? That's Lizzo, apparently. That's her government name.
She's shaming people for their weight gain? Huh.
Imagine that shit. It's always kind of the people that really overly promote this exuberant, like you think, it's body positivity and all that kind of stuff. But deep down, yeah, she's fucking being mean to other people about their weight.
I got
fat
something.
Shaming. You know what I mean? It's like the closeted gay Republican. You know what I mean? That just no. But it's like, yeah, you're you kind of wish that things were different for you too, right?
So
Let's be real.
as a fellow fat guy, I will say something mean to another big person because
Right, I
I'm
didn't-
fat too,
I
so
didn't
I
go
really
there.
don't give a fuck. But
She's
listen,
in big trouble. Oh, I went
she
there.
has a lot of nerve because I've seen that bitch post on Instagram have a fucking big monster burrito swimming in ranch, and she's fucking gobbling that bitch up, eating it wrong, by the way. I'm just saying she has a lot of her. That's like, you know,
I'm aroused.
it is something. Listen, I have wanted to start a movement, Fat Lives Matter, and have her as the flag, the symbol of our movement, and it's amazing. I feel hurt, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just.
Sorry, I didn't have more info on the victims, if you want to call it. Yeah.
Again,
But they got fired, I guess. Yeah.
Again, it's just more hypocritical
Yes.
bullshit.
Yep.
And again, I don't respect her. I think it's disgusting how people promote unhealthy living. Like, it's one thing if you're like, you know, chubby, but then like you're going the obese route. That's not healthy for her at all whatsoever.
Right,
and
Oh,
you're
go ahead,
wearing
sorry.
clothes that don't fit you well. But again, the joke's on us because guess what? She's making the fucking money out of it. So
Hey.
what? I mean, whatever.
She's living large. Man, that's two. I
Whatever.
gotta stop.
She is living fucking large. So. You
Well, yeah, that sucks, man.
But-
because a lot of kids, like young women, were to look up to someone like it. But I get what you're saying at the same time. Whereas if I think about like teenage me, and some of the people I was looking up to, I was like, really into Jimi Hendrix and shit. Like, and my dad, everybody I was naming off is, I'm like, yeah, and Jim Morrison put out stuff like that, and he did what he goes, yeah, dead, young. Yeah, him too, dead. Yeah, the drugs got him. Like, you want to exemplify the art and the charisma of the artist. You wish you had that kind of thing. You like their flow, you like their music, you like how they present themselves, but then behind the scenes, this is the kind of person they are, and it's not pretty.
Can I be
Their
honest?
art is amazing, but their lifestyle kind of person, that might not be the person you should look up to.
Nowadays, dude, all these fucking artists are so woke. They're not even doing drugs, dude. That's why their music's shit. I'm just saying.
Time to get back on
maybe
it.
if fucking Lizzo did some fucking coke, maybe some pills. Guess what? She might have some good shit. Just saying. Try it. Don't knock until you try it. But while Lizzo's getting in trouble, fat shaming people, I have to give another fellow woman some praise. Taylor Swift. Now, a couple episodes ago, I did
Taylor Swift.
Yes, hold on. Now, a couple episodes, I did kind of make fun of her, ripped on her a little bit, because I had concerns. But she did something very, very nice that I even have to recognize. I really do. So she's doing this fucking big world tour because, she's so awesome, whatever. And they said that, she is, this tour that she's wrapping up is going to be the biggest or the most profitable tour that anyone has ever
I heard
did.
that, yeah, it's a boost actually in this economy for the economy.
Right. Which blows my mind because I've seen her tickets. They're not cheap. And
It broke, what's it, Ticketmaster?
With inflation and quote unquote everyone struggling with money, apparently we have enough money for fucking Taylor Swift concerts, but
And the rainwater.
That's neither here or there. But she decided that after her big success, she gave all the truckers, dancers, people who did the lights,
Sound
carry her
guys,
fucking
yeah.
bags, DJ, whatever the fuck.
A goodie bag.
No. Everyone $100,000. $100,000. Which I think roughly, don't fully quote me on it, but I think it ended up she gave $50 million away out of what she earned from that tour.
Smart girl. That's a good write-off when tax season comes back around.
That is true. But still, I think that's
No, the gesture itself. I
that's
know.
really.
All right, I know.
I mean, now listen.
Let's throw her a bone.
She has a lot of money. I mean, she may not do fucking tax write-offs. I mean,
Well, she's not
but
talking shit to her fellow dancers and telling them that they're fired because they gained a little weight when we're all supposed to be wonderful.
But I think again, I think and I'm not saying like I'm sure others do it and they don't like really come public, out with it. And it's not like she came out public with it. It's somebody like works for her or around
Right.
her.
They're like, dude,
her
guess
team.
what she did? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't like she posted an Instagram
It's
or whatever.
always
Like,
a
hey,
better
look
thing.
what I'm doing, $100,000. Like she ain't doing any of that shit. But especially nowadays where everyone's just trying to attack everyone and fucking bring other people down and all that. It's still nice to see. I still think she's fucking crazy and there's some odd things around there, but that is very nice of her and I do give her mad respect for that.
I want to find out those crazy odd things so bad.
I think she's AI, to be honest.
You know what? At this point,
I'm just saying
she was the test for the stem cell research, and now we're going to be growing lab meats. Well, for other people that are very successful, someone took an L this week. Now, I don't really know this person, but I'm not big into like everybody that's on YouTube. But I guess I should know this person. IshowSpeed. Now, the only time I've seen this person's name pop up was when he was at the World Cup, like hanging out with people at the World Cup, and had this whole following of people and needed this entourage of security. But IshowSpeed was trolled in the hospital by viewers who unsubscribed right before he hit 19 million subscribers. Now, I don't know why he's in the hospital. It looked like he got punched in the face from the picture that I'm looking at right there. It looked like he got punched in the face. Or car wreck, who knows what it is. But yeah, if you go look up that video, you will get yourself a good fucking laugh. It's got the counter, it's going up, going up, going up, and he's sitting there, and he's super happy. And he's
right.
like doing the big live reveal, right? And then it gets close, and then starts down ticking, and he loses his fucking shit, though. He's like, oh my God.
And what, he ran out into traffic and got hit by a car?
Breakdown. Like, he might as well have been flailing on the ground, arms and feet, kicking and screaming like a 3-year-old. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but it's all an act. It's an act. It's all an act.
Maybe.
Right,
it's a ploy to get that back or create some kind of
viral shit.
Hey, we're talking
of him
about
breaking down. Right, but that's what it's all a fucking.
Embarrassing. It's cringy as fuck.
Listen.
Then again, so is this. Yeah.
But listen, if money is involved, you will do. There's people who quote unquote sell their soul to the devil, and you see, there's a lot of people with no talent, none at all, but because they just do outlandish, crazy, stupid shit, they become successful. And that's what the internet has done. You don't have to be the smartest anymore. You don't have to be the most talented. You just have to say outlandish and do stupid, crazy shit, and you will become popular and successful because of that.
What if you're the top G?
That's something different.
A judge just released him and his brother Tristan Tate, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, from house arrest.
Like I've been fucking saying for how many months now?
It's happened
now
again.
One bitch came out.
I haven't seen anybody either. You feel you see like a video of somebody because there's
Nope, not one bitch, and across the whole world.
I've never even heard a name. I'm sorry, I've not even heard a name of anybody.
Right. BBC had one that they claimed.
But that went away. That was from the last time, right?
Yeah.
When we talked about it a few months ago.
I knew he was going to be set free because when he got placed back on house arrest, they delivered his cars back. Yeah.
Is that like a temptation thing, or is
we
know you're just going to?
They confiscated his cars.
Oh, okay, and they just
when they first arrested him, they took all of his cars, all of them. And then when he got placed on house arrest the first time, he did a video where he bought Bugatti scooters and replaced them all.
Oh yeah,
but like they had a fleet of fucking tow trucks to grab all of his cars.
Oh.
And then they like quote unquote arrested him again. But then he got out like the next day on house arrest again. And then they delivered his cars like a couple weeks ago. And then
Wow.
But again, I
I'm
mean,
just chasing a tail.
I mean, again, you know, you don't have to like the guy, but you know, and again, I like most of what he says. There's some shit that I'm
But the
looking at.
motivational stuff, I can kind of be like, all right, dude, let's
100%
fucking
be a
get. But then
fucking
when
man.
he's like, I can go out and fuck 200 bitches and come home to my girl, I'm like, what?
No,
No, you can't, dude.
No, can't get behind.
I wouldn't
that.
expect her to stay.
Right.
That's stupid advice to give the young man.
But the advice that he gives for men, I agree
Right,
with.
about being a stand-up
I agree
kind of
with,
guy, like
and
standing up, taking charge, protecting other, that kind of stuff. Okay, like yeah. But then when you get into the cult of personality part of it, where it's getting real wild and like just disgraceful shit about
I mean, but listen,
women. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Listen, I'm sure that there's shit that I say that people get behind, and then there's some shit that I say they're like, yeah, dude, this guy's out to fucking lunch. I can't,
Me
you know.
too, yeah.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. That's why you don't idolize a person completely. Like there's some things you can like. And there's some, like Kobe Bryant, for instance. I love his fucking work ethic. And I emulate my work ethic. But there's some things that he's done in his life that you're like, okay, you know, may
Might not have been the best call, but
exactly. But, you know, you can pick things here and there. But,
that's fair. Good
well,
point.
you know, while Andrew Tate, you know, is cleared up and free from, you know, his charges as his alleged, you know, crimes, a radio host named by Don Geronimo, him and his partner got fired. For anyone who doesn't know, he works at a radio station and on iHeart, and their show was to be the home of the Washington Commanders. You know, since football season starting, you know, doing radio shows.
You know what's kind of sad too is they were talking a lot about that on 102.5, and while I was listening to it, I thought it was supposed to be Dan Bongino. You guys are getting it right. And then I see all these comments on their social media, and I looked up the guy. I was like, oh.
I would have loved if you called up and been like, "Are you guys stupid? It's Dan Bongino, not Dan Geronimo. Are you guys stupid? See, no love for Italians, just like my buddy's been saying." But no,
They would have had my ass for lunch.
I do love that name because that's not even his real name, Don Geronimo.
Well, it can't be, right? It better not be.
It's not, but I love it.
What
though.
a name,
It just rolls off the tongue. So, reason why he got fired is because while he was doing his show, there was a news anchor that kind of works for the same station called Sarah McBride. I hope I got Charla McBride, one of the two, whatever, doesn't matter.
Danny McBride.
Whatever. He said this. Are you ready? This is what he said.
I'm ready, man. It's your world. I'm living in it.
He said, quote, "Hey, look, Barbie's here. Hi, Barbie girl." He also referred to her as a cheerleader because he said he thought that she was a cheerleader, didn't know that she was a news reporter, and that was it. That was it.
How old is he? Do we know? Is he
he's
an old guy?
Yeah.
He's a boomer?
Yeah. Yeah, he's old. So, okay, hold on. It ties in because the Barbie movie just came out.
How dare you?
The Barbie movie just came out, right? Okay, so hold on. Just think about this.
I'm thinking.
Is that just that comment itself, is that offensive, sexist, anything like that? Look,
Like, if you catch her in a bad mood and, like, it's the last straw kind of thing, like, oh, of course, because I'm a woman, like, that's her attitude about the whole thing.
Just in general, face value.
No,
Let's
it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
So, what...
Someone could look at... Plenty of people, when they walk up to me with this mustache, they get cop, 70s porn star, fucking... child abductor. I mean, you name it. I get,
Right.
Borat.
So.
I just laugh.
She didn't even hear it. Someone told her.
So it's hearsay. If anything, he could deny it.
Well, no. It was lie. She
never
could
mind.
go back.
He did say it.
He said
air.
it. Yeah, on air.
Me, I'm sorry.
It wasn't a hot mic. It wasn't anything like that.
So someone told her to go check it out.
So. They fired him and they pulled that show too, so no one else could pull that clip or whatever.
God forbid everybody's sensitive ears can't hear that. They should listen to this fucking show.
And he's been doing that show for over 30 plus years, doing that show. But again,
hope it was worth it.
Someone went out and told her, and made her go back and listen to it, and she made a comment to ESPN. And she says, quote, "When I heard the comments made about me on the radio show, I felt incredibly insulted and embarrassed.
That you're attractive?
In my 17 years, yes, in my 17 years as a professional journalist, I have never been disrespected in such a blatant manner while trying to do my job. Their words were sexist and misogynistic. No woman should experience this in the workplace. And I appreciate the commander's swift response in handling this matter."
Wow.
Yeah. Think about that.
She's getting paid somehow.
No.
Who gets that mad over something so fucking small? I gotta see a picture of this. What's her name?
Oh fuck, dude.
What did you say her name was? Something McBride.
Charla McBride. My handwriting's horrible.
That's okay.
Charla McBride, I think. SHORLA.
I got it.
McBride. She's not bad. I wouldn't compare her to Barbie, just saying. But
You wouldn't compare her to Barbie? I'm looking right at her right now. Oh my goodness.
let me see if that's
Why
the same
not,
one.
man?
Hold on. Okay, that's the same.
Right, she look like Barbie.
Okay, yeah, she does look like Barbie. Okay,
I don't
maybe.
know if you guys can see that.
Okay, listen.
Nope.
No, no.
I'll put a picture. Yeah, we'll put a picture
We'll
up.
put a thing up. But listen. Okay, look, his comments were in. I mean, look. See, this is why a lot of you fucking ladies are fucking single out here, because us men are afraid to give compliments now because of fucking bullshit like this.
I ignore you. Not you. I just mean women.
Here's my thing. I have a little conspiracy here. We know radio is dying out, right?
Mhm.
And they're going this AI route. And my phone just went off.
It's listening.
Wow. So we're going the AI route, okay? And then on top of that, we're getting these young guys who can do multiple jobs and pay them 30 grand a year, right? Okay. So here's my thing. I think that somebody who is listening said, here's waiting for an opportunity to get these guys out, because I'm sure they were making some decent money. They've been in the market for 30 plus years, and we're going to do cutbacks, right? How many radio hosts have they been cutting?
Just give me a reason. That's all I need, no matter how
Right.
small.
Doesn't matter. And listen, they can give her a deal on the back end, like here's an incentive,
That's what I mean.
$10,000 bonus, or this or that.
Why else go through all this?
Why the fuck not? And listen, it's like don't think that this shit doesn't happen. Hey, either get aboard on this, or maybe we'll replace
And
you.
we won't have you report on this.
Or
We've got a few
or
others that
replace
are
you.
willing,
Either your career or theirs. So
puts
and
her between a rock and a hard
because
place,
listen,
and then you just play
hey,
ball.
look, Barbie's here. I mean, and listen, aren't all you women supposed to be excited? The new woke Barbie movie's out. Shouldn't you be fucking throwing your panties around like
it's topical?
right? And she just kind of looked like Barbie. I mean,
She does look like Barbie.
I mean, the pictures that I saw, I was like, okay, well, she didn't look like, but that picture
Doesn't look like Margot Robbie, but I could see her. She resembles the doll.
Right. He wasn't like, oh man, I want to grab her by the pussy or anything like that. He wasn't saying anything
like that. He was on air.
He wasn't like, man, I want to Bill Cosby her all day. Like nothing.
Right. Yeah. He could have gotten.
I mean, there's just
he could have made comments about her figure, like more specifically. He could. Yeah. He could have said anything. Ultimately. It was okay here, and I've heard this too from younger women that I work with. Is an older gentleman that gives them a compliment, and they're in their early 20s. Sometimes it's mid 20s if they're a little, up on their high horse. Here's the thing, and I've had a few conversations with some of my female friends that are in our early mid 30s, some in their late 30s, that don't feel so wonderful now, and kind of wish every now and then somebody threw them a compliment.
Right.
And I would kind of say, like, I'm not saying you need to take every sleazeballs, and you can tell the difference between someone who's just making a comment and so whatever your mood is at that moment, whatever. I get old ladies doing shit to me all the time. The sweetheart, just even the forearm touch, kind of thing. And it's kind of like, should I do that then? Get real taken aback? What, are you trying to feel me up? You're trying to touch my... Exactly.
You're not allowed to have feelings. You're a man.
Right. I can't have feelings about it. I'm a man. And to that point, there's someone I know that came up to me and they wanted to say something out loud, but there were other people around. So I said, okay. And she's like, I'll write it down. So then
Let me suck your cock.
goes, writes it down on a piece of paper, folds it up,
And it's
hands it to me, and it said, I had a dream we hooked up. Right. Reverse that real quick. Right. But I did. The honest truth was I looked at it.
Did you write back?
No. I just straight up looked at it and go, yeah, I think about that when I'm awake. We laughed about it, and it was but I need her confirmation first in order for any kind of joke to be okay.
I would have wrote back. You want to make that reality? That's what I would have wrote back.
Hit me with some love guru magic.
I would have been like, yo, you want to make that dream come true?
Oh shit!
Let's make a Disney movie. Make that dream come
aroused
true.
again.
I'm just saying.
What a day this
I'm
has
just saying.
been.
I'm just saying. But here's another spin on it. Okay, but she's no young buck. Okay,
No.
She's not. Let me ask you this: do you think she would
Getting ready to retire, Barbie?
Let's say this.
Is that better?
Let's say this. Let's just say she genuinely felt this way, right? No conspiracies. Right. She just genuinely felt this way. Do you think she would feel the same way if Tom Brady made those comments to her?
Absolutely not, because he's an attractive
right.
man. Yeah.
But Don Geronimo, who's a little out of shape, a little older, creepy, sexist, misogynist. But Tom Brady made that comment.
Oh, he's so smooth.
I mean, Brad Pitt made that comment. I'm just saying, there is a double standard. Just like
Right, I laugh it off when it's like some, it's an old lady or whatever, and it's,
Right.
Like I get what you're trying to do because you don't get that anymore.
Right.
And you want a little flirtation. And here's, some guy that I see out and about. Like, I get that at the grocery store all the time. Can you reach that for me right there? I can feel you staring at my ass.
And
you're only human, baby.
And here's the thing. I mean, look, women get compliments all the time.
Sure. We beg for them internally.
Average dudes don't get dick. No. And guess what? It does mean a lot if any little thing. Wow, you look good. You've been losing weight, or nice haircut, whatever the fuck. We like that because guess what? We don't get it. And really, you're gonna flip the fuck out over? Oh, look, Barbie, you look like Barbie. I mean, really? Right. Because again, hypocrite. Because if Tom Brady made those exact same comments, would you feel that same way? Probably not.
No. She'd be like, he's my Ken doll.
Just like
she would roll with it.
Just like she wouldn't tolerate you cheating on her. Mm. But if she was with the top G, Andrew Tate, she'd make an exception. Yeah. Or Elon Musk.
I'm the little worm.
Or Elon Musk make an exception. Why? Money, power, things. Sure. That's why.
Somebody that's
got
all
more
bias.
Than me. Yeah. It's all bias. What it is. It's bullshit. But I think again it's just an excuse to cut down on radio hosts.
That's an interesting theory.
That's my theory.
That's an interesting theory.
Except for if you get a DUI, you can keep your job.
Yeah, right.
And almost kill somebody, you can keep your job.
That's why they call it the freak show.
Yep.
All right. Well, I got a silly story for you, and I kind of feel like this could have been me, man. I could do this. An investigation launched after an untrained Somali runner breaks world record for the slowest 100-meter sprint.
How slow?
You can break a record by being absolute dog shit.
How slow?
Hope's not lost. Here it comes.
Wait, what's 100 meters? How long is that? What's the difference?
I don't know. I can only measure in bald eagles per AR-15. I really don't know how long.
Look, anything more than 8 inches, that's my cock. I don't know.
If we're talking grams, I can convert, but meters, I got an issue.
I can do feet, maybe. I don't know.
Somalia's sprinter at the FISU 2023 World University Games broke the world record for slowest 100-meter sprint at 21.81 seconds. Nasra Ali Abukar, who represented Somalia in the women's race, finished nearly 10 seconds behind the race's winner. She was reportedly untrained for the event, and her selection for the race is currently a mystery. The Somali Athletics Federation has reportedly launched an investigation into the selection process, and the Somali Minister for Sport has issued an apology for the, quote, misrepresentation and embarrassment of the country.
So this was a chick.
This could have been me.
This was a chick?
This was a chick.
Okay.
Right. Well, no, because if it was a dude, he would have blown everybody away.
Right. Well, I
It
was
would have
gonna,
shattered the record for the fastest.
well, here's the thing, because I got confused with the name because you don't know over there. But I was gonna say if that was a dude that got the slowest time, I would say
Against the ladies?
you should no if against the men I would say you should convert and identify as a woman so you could not have the slowest time.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean,
I forget what
are you
comedian always said it, but like in the Olympics, for example, like just have one. I forget what comedian said it, but have one average person, like as a measurement, just so you can kind of really understand like how good the other ones are. Just one average guy that's just sort of there.
I mean, are you
The
even
regular person.
so like? Are you even trying, or like, are you skipping? Are you walking? Like, how do you get that slow of a time?
Oh, the other, I don't know. I don't know how fast I can run 100 meters.
And here's the thing: I would like to see. Here's what you not it's not your fault, but you should have pulled up to see what were the other people's times to get the comparison. So let's just say, at first place was, let's just throw a number, 8 seconds, right? And then the person right in front of her, let's just say there's 10. The person in ninth place got 15 or 14 seconds. And then so from 14 seconds to
21
2 seconds, there was just dead air and you're just waiting. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, I would like to know that, like, the gap. Because, like,
Okay.
Are you trying? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Maybe we
Like,
can look into it some more next time.
I'm just saying, or maybe, next time invest in some Coke or Adderall or fucking
Right, get really pumped up
creatine or Prime Energy, something. I mean, Jesus. I mean,
broke a record. That's a world record
I'd be
for
embarrassed.
being terrible.
I'd be embarrassed. You gotta be embarrassed,
Man,
right?
you're the worst.
Especially
Yeah.
you're an athlete. And here's my thing. God bless her little heart. What if she was trying? What if she was trying?
Yeah.
God bless her little heart. Her heart was just about to pound.
I'm so excited to be here. Nobody checked. I just walked on.
She's trying. She's sweating. Like the sign could barely hold her little number because she's trying so hard.
Right, there are professional athletes in U.S. sports that were like walk-ons in college, and then they found out that they were like really good. Maybe she was like, thought that would be a dream. I can just walk on and but they said untrained. So maybe untrained in comparison to the other sprinters.
I got a conspiracy right here. Right here. Ready? She fucked all of the head coaches that she needed to help her get into that spot. Because there's no way.
Including the minister of sport.
There's no way.
He's the minister of
Sport.
sport.
I'm just saying. There's no way you could be
fucking.
that slow.
Yeah.
There's no way. Because listen, just like in any promotion or anything like that, right? Like the Olympics or anything like that, right? You have to have a certain. You have to have a coach,
qualify, yeah.
right? But you have to have coaches or something.
This wasn't the Olympics.
To like, no. I understand that, but it's a meet. But
vetting
still,
process.
you still have to have someone to push for you to get that selection, right? There's a selection period. It's not like it's a free for all. Anyone can join. Yeah. Right? So somebody had to promote that. And maybe I'm just saying.
Hey. I mean, anything could happen. I'm just thinking about the snail race in SpongeBob right now. That's all I'm thinking about.
I don't know.
Rocky.
Patrick Snape. This is fucked up. I would hope that she fucked her way to that position and then failed.
Well, she was exhausted.
Then to really give it her all, and she lost that bad. Now, granted, if I got to be fair, if I was in the race, she would beat me. Because 21 seconds or 100 meters, it might take me almost 30 minutes. Just saying. In fairness, I got to be fair here. She would beat my ass in a 100-meter relay, sprint, whatever the fuck it is. But, still, I don't know.
World record for being the worst.
I'd rather you be a slut and get there than, whatever. I don't know. God bless her.
It's been a day, man.
God bless her. Well, we're going to go, we're going to leave on this note. We're going to go watch fucking Trump get arrested again. So, whatever.
Be on the lookout for what else is happening in the world because it ain't going to stick.
Right out.